There's a fly ball to deep right field. Springer back on the track. He's out of room. It's out of here. Stephen Kwan delivers on cue.
The MLB truly hates what the Cleveland Guardians are doing. I have never seen a team with a story like this be so successful, yet get absolutely zero recognition from the league. This team has one of the smallest salaries in baseball. They build from the farm, players get taken from them year in and year out by the big markets, but they just continue to have that next man up mentality and win every single season. And this year just seems to be special. It gives me 2016 vibes. After winning Game 3 and sweeping the Blue Jays at home to finish the homestand 5-1 to get to 23 games above 500, it is almost July and the Guards have the best record in the American League. Yet when I look at social media, I never see anything about this team being posted anywhere. And when you look at the All-Star standings, the guys aren't getting the votes they deserve. And the MLB should honestly be ashamed of themselves. I've always felt that the MLB has done a poor job of marketing themselves and their players, creating storylines, and things like that. And that is why this game is slowly starting to fall off with this new generation. Like, I truly believe the WNBA does a better job of marketing themselves on social media and on TV than the MLB does, which is just sad. But anyways, besides the point, the Cleveland Guardians are red hot right now, and in some cases, it may be a good thing that they are flying super under the radar. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about recent news regarding this team and the trade deadline, recapping yesterday's win over the Jays, and also what to expect from this team moving forward as they have a huge series coming up against the Baltimore Orioles. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 30k subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. Alright, so getting into the recent win over the Blue Jays, Triston McKenzie took the mound in this one. And honestly, I hate to say it, but it might be time for that surgery if the Guards have the Gavin Williams return in mind or possibly making a trade. I love Dr. Sticks. I appreciate that he's fought through an injury for this team, but he's just been throwing straight cookies down the middle of the plate with no velocity, and teams have been mashing on it. And I think the Guards are to the point where they actually may be a contending team this year, and they just can't have two pitchers that are going to have an over 5 ERA, especially when Cleveland's identity over the last decade has been built around dominant starting pitching. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa started out the game with a flyout, but then Spencer Horwitz walked, and then Vladdy sent a cookie down the middle of the plate to the moon to make the score 2-0 Blue Jays. Then Justin Turner walked, got to second on a wild pitch, but then McKenzie really saved what could have been an atrocious inning by striking out the next two batters in Springer and Barger. In the bottom of the first, Kwan flied out, Tyler Freeman struck out, but in typical Guards fashion, they rallied with 2 outs. Jose Ramirez singled to left center, Josh Naylor singled to center on a hit and run, sending Kwan over to third, and then David Fry, who has just been so clutch all year, shot one over to right field to score Jose to put the first run on the board for the Guards. But then Schneeman struck out to end the inning. Moving on to the top of the second, Danny Jensen lined out, Schneider walked, then McKenzie struck out another pair. Going into the bottom of the second, Johnny Rodriguez struck out swinging, Rocchio singled to center, Angel Martinez also singled, but then Kwan flew out, and Freeman lined out to end the inning. After this, Bo Naylor switched to catcher after David Fry left the game from being hit by a practice swing. But then Spencer Horwitz homered to deep right, Vladdy grounded out, Turner walked again, Springer doubled, but once again, Sticks got 2 back-to-back strikeouts. Going into the bottom of the third inning, the rain started to come down, and Jose Ramirez singled to center, Josh Naylor absolutely crushed a double off the wall, and then after Bo Naylor walked, the bases were loaded, and then Daniel Schneeman had a great at-bat that resulted in a ground ball single through the hole to make the score 2-3 Jays. Then Johnny Rodriguez came to the plate, but it really started to pour, so the tarp came on the field, and we had a 45-minute rain delay. So Zach Pop replaced Yusei Kikuchi, and coming back from the break with a 2-2 count, Rodriguez put up an incredible at-bat and ended up walking to tie the game. Then Rocchio hit into a double play, but the Guards did take the lead 4-3. Going into the top of the fourth, Tim Herron relieved Triston McKenzie and had a great inning. David Schneider grounded out, then Herron got a strikeout, and IKF grounded out to end the inning. In the bottom of the fourth, Stephen Kwan gave Cleveland some cushion with a home run to right field. He just continues to be so incredible. And then later on in the inning, Josh Naylor also homered to deep right center to make it 6-3. But the game wasn't over yet. Spencer Horwitz homered again to make the game 6-4. Vladdy singled, Justin Turner walked, Springer flew out, but then Addison Barger singled to right center to score Vladdy to make it a 1-run game. But that was it scoring-wise, and the Guards bullpen locked things down for the rest of the game. And Emmanuel Clase came in once again and got the save, giving up no runs. I know it sounds crazy, but I think the Guards seriously might have 4 All-Stars in the bullpen. Clase has a .72 ERA and 37 innings of work, Cade Smith has a 1.75 ERA ERA and 36 innings, Hunter Gaddis has a 1.5 ERA, and Tim Herron has a 1.16. As for the position players, to me, Steven Kwan, Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, and David Fry are all All-Stars. So I truly do believe this team has 8 All-Stars. I mean, they are the best team in the American League, and so many players have been stepping up consistently in so many different ways. We already know about Steven Kwan. I'm not even sure what more I can say about him, other than he's starting to hit with some power as of late. Jose Ramirez is the most underrated player in the league. Josh Naylor is driving in runs left and right, and for David Fry, he is the ultimate utility man that really came out of nowhere and is a big reason for Cleveland's success. One thing that has really been on my mind as of late is how Tito must be feeling about all this. I mean, even though he left a legacy that will never be forgotten, imagine retiring and then seeing the team immediately blossom into this with Stephen Vogt. I'm sure he's happy for the players, but deep inside, there's gotta be something that makes him feel some type of way. Or maybe not, and he's just living it up in retirement, golfing, and living the best life. But who knows? But I am just so happy the Guards hired Stephen Vogt because he has been exactly what this clubhouse needed, and like many of the players described it, it's sort of like a college environment. And it also helps that Jose Ramirez is leading the team, because when your best player is the grittiest player on the team that always hustles and does the little things, that sets the standard for what is expected by everyone. One guy that really doesn't get talked about enough, that is also a leader of the clubhouse, is Austin Hedges. He knows how to create a good balance of having fun and when to take things serious, and he also knows how to handle things at the lowest points of the season too. I mean, I don't think it takes too much explaining to see what his value is. In 2022, the Guards had a special season with an incredible playoff run that should have gone even further than it did. Then in 2023, without him, they were around a 500 team. Then with him back, they are back to being a super fun team and are now leading the American League in win percentage. So yeah, the Cleveland Guardians have just been so much fun to watch, and they now face what to me is one of the only teams I'm worried about outside of the Yankees for the pennant race. And this is going to be a real test to see where this team is actually at, because if they go into Baltimore and take 2 out of 3, the MLB can no longer ignore this team. That's all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly means the world. And also, let me know what you thought of this video, what you agreed and disagreed with, what you think I should have talked about that I didn't, and also what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.